I've told this story before, but I think it deserves retelling for the purposes of this post. I was in a strategic planning meeting. It was about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe 10, I don't know, time flies. And I made the audacious statement that at Hoffer Plastics, it's the only place that I am not currently leading. I can think of examples in our church where I was, leading a community group, other examples with community involvement. And yet at Hoffer, I was a junior salesperson, not really in charge of anything. And like most people in their late 20s, I thought I had all the answers to fix all the problems. It's humbling now to think about in retrospect. See, I desired authority. And there's definitely, authority that is needed when you become a leader. But the problem with that statement is that in order to become a leader, you need to learn how to lead without authority. What I mean is that what I failed to understand back then and what I've come to discover now is that leadership is about influence. And the irony about influence is that you need to figure out how to use influence, how to influence other people when you're not in charge. So for example, when you see a problem within your organization, instead of pointing it out and telling your boss, just so you know this thing is going on, you fix the problem. You orchestrate change in the organization. Then all of a sudden your boss, who's probably pretty darn busy himself or herself, sees the influence that you're using to resolve the problem. Then all of a sudden, if they have any intellect whatsoever, they decide, I probably should give this person some authority. See, I can promote people to directors at Hoffer Plastics, and they can be managers. Managers, that, point and say that this is what you need to do. I cannot promote leaders. Or better said, I cannot promote people to leaders, because you're always promoting leaders, or at least that's the intent. And what I've discovered is that where people are exhibiting influence right now, those people are the best people in terms of becoming future directors and future leaders, because they're already leaders. Because leadership, as John Maxwell says, is always about influence. So the thought to consider today is, if you are aspiring to some position that you currently do not have, lead now. Exhibit influence now. And if you do that well, if people begin to follow you now, it won't be long before your boss sees and gives you the authority that you desire.